What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back to our next part in our series of working on this Jeep Liberty and trying to solve the rough idle and engine stalling problem. Actually didn't actually stall, it wanted to stall. The idle dropped real low and it was running real rough. So today we're going to replace a camshaft sensor. So let's get started. Once you have the intake tube and the air filter, air cleaner lid removed, you can remove your filter, set that aside. I'm just going to lay it on top. And then there's a breather line that comes in the side of the box. You just simply pull that line off. It'll come off without any issue. Set that aside. Then this box just pulls straight up and out. It's not mounted in any way with any bolts or straps. All it is rubber grommets and pins that go into the rubber grommets. And out it comes. Alright, now that the intake tube and the air box are out of the way, the camshaft position sensor can be accessed through the top, or you can crawl underneath the Jeep and get it from the bottom. I find it easier to go in from the top, and here's why. This electrical connector right here is your camshaft position sensor. Right here at this finger is a 10mm bolt. Now I'm going to try to fish the camera down there, see if you guys can get a better look at it. Probably upside down, but we'll see what we can do. Let's see here. Okay, there it is. So that is the camshaft position sensor. All you got to do to disconnect the electrical connector is the tab is on the back side, meaning the rear of the vehicle. Squeeze the connector, pull it straight down, and the electrical connector will come off, and then loosen up your 10mm bolt. Once the 10mm bolt is removed, you pull the sensor straight down towards the ground, and this is what it looks like. So when it's mounted in the engine, it mounts exactly like this, okay? So here's the side. It's exactly like this. Your bolt will be on the right, which means your bolt would be at the front towards the radiator. And you take that out and just pull it straight down, and it'll come out. It'll have some oil and residues on it, but that's all it is. So this is the old one, and we're going to put the new one in. To do it's the exact opposite. Make sure your O-rings are in place. Push the new one up from the bottom. It will stay in by itself because of these O-rings, okay? So you don't got to worry about dropping it out. Just make sure you push it up firmly, and then put your 10mm bolt in. Alright guys, new one is in. The electrical connector is reconnected, and that's all there is to it. Now the reasons for replacing a camshaft position sensor is related to a check engine light code. Now this Jeep was throwing an intermittent check engine light, meaning it was coming on, it was going off. Some days it wouldn't come on at all, some days it would. So we're going to go ahead and replace that in the hopes that that will clear up the check engine light. To reinstall the intake system is very easy. Just take the box, press the box firmly down into those rubber grommets. It'll still wiggle around a little bit, and that's okay. Just make sure that you press firmly. You'll feel it pop into place. Put your air filter back in. You got your cover, your intake tube leading to the throttle body side. I always line up the throttle body side first. And basically you just press that on press it back firmly, and then I go ahead and tighten this clamp before I ever do anything with the lid that covers the air filter. So you just go ahead and remember 5/16. Tighten up your clamp. That should probably do it. Let's take a little tug on here. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. Then you reconnect your intake air temperature sensor by simply pushing it back together. You hear a click, and then you slide your red tab in, and it's locked. Come out here to the lid. Put the back of the lid in first. Fold the front down, and close your latches. Always a good idea to double check on the back side to make sure that all of those tabs are in place, and they are. I know it's hard to see, but they're good. And that's how you replace the camshaft position sensor on a 2006 Jeep Liberty 3.7 liter.